Ecamm Fam, what's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Marshall Creates with Ecamm. You joining me live? Happy Thursday. If you're on a replay squad, happy whatever day it is you're watching this. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Marshall Fox, and this is Marshall Creates. I'm so excited to be back. Missed you guys last week. Thanks, George, for the shout out. Yeah, last week, man, wife had a back issue that we wanted to get looked at, some back pain, but you know, she's fine now by the grace of God. So sorry I missed you guys last week, but we are back and we have a good one as always. Today we're going to be talking about top tools for live streamers. All right, so let me check in with the fam. Paul, thanks for joining us. Thanks for moderating as usual. I appreciate you. Jay was good. Welcome. Oh, that comment is huge. I got to pop over to your channel to see if you're using the new branding that we created a couple weeks ago. Oh, we got Clem tuning in from the UK. Welcome from across the pond. That's what's up. That is what's up. Cool. All right, guys. So got a lot of cool tools to share with you guys today. A couple of them you may be familiar with, but I know for a fact that you may not be familiar with some others. And shucks, I left my phone. I may have to jump out and get my phone because I recorded some audio to use for one of the tools. And I don't have it. So I may have to pop out and run and grab my phone for a second, y'all, for one of these. Or I have to find some other audio. I recorded some audio so we can enhance it, but I didn't bring my phone in here. Darn. Okay. No big deal. I'm trying to think of a different way we could achieve this, but we'll figure it out. So let's jump into the tools. Sharon, welcome, welcome, welcome. Crossworks, welcome to the stream. Cool. So there are a bunch of different tools that I'm gonna cover today. Not too many. Hopefully, is not too overwhelming. But you guys know that I'm a graphic designer. I'm a graphic designer by trade, so I use a lot of different tools on a regular basis, and the ones that I have compiled for you today, they're more relevant for people who do video and live streaming. Okay, and if you do a little bit of design, that's cool too. Okay, so as you all know, I have a good example I can show you, but as you know, when you create videos, whether they're live or pre-recorded, you have to have a thumbnail, right? You have to have a thumbnail. So, and as you know, on Facebook, a lot of the thumbnails include usually an image of someone, right? In most cases. So you may be wondering, okay, so how do I remove the background from the photo of whether it's yourself or someone else that's in the video? How do you remove that background if you don't have Photoshop? So you can, of course, you can do that on Canva if you guys are familiar with Canva. But I'm going to show you a few more options as well. So what I'll do is I'm literally going to take a screenshot of myself now, and we're going to remove the background from it. So I'm going to do a pose for a thumbnail, and I'm going to take a screenshot. Okay. So I'm taking a screenshot. You know what? I'm going to show you guys another tool that I use as well that I just thought about. So let me share my screen with you guys. Give me a second. Okay, what scene that we have going on? All right. So this is the screenshot I just took, okay? But I actually want to enhance this photo a bit first, okay? So I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna go to Ecamm folder, Ecamm Live. Nope, Marshall Creates, Season 2, Episode 27. I'm just gonna save it as Marshall. So this first tool, and this is just off the cuff, but it's called PortraitPro Studio. This wasn't on my list, but as I looked at this photo, I was like, I can brighten my eyes some to make myself look a bit more excited. So I'm gonna open up PortraitPro Studio by Anthropics. So this is a tool that I use. I've been using it for years. There is a fee. I believe it's maybe about $100. But it's just a one-time fee. You have to pay for it going forward. And like I said, this wasn't on my original list, so it's by no means necessary, but it is helpful if you work with either your own photos or client photos if you happen to do design or anything like that. Just to kind of like enhance it and almost retouch it. But I'll show you exactly what it can do right now. So as I load it in, it's going to find the face. It's going to, figure out if I'm a man or a woman. It says child, so it said I'm a child, so I actually have to change it. Okay. So it tries to analyze it to figure out what to do. So if I want to see it actually applies some automatic effects to it. So if I hit this button, this go back to the original. So you can see it made a few different changes to it. But what I typically do is I will remove a lot of this stuff and go in manually and create the changes that I want. Okay. So this really has no changes. But the main thing that I do, at least here, we want to focus on the eyes, is there's a few different things. Light eye bags. So this is a big one that I like to use because I have dark circles. Okay. So I usually do that. I mean, you can see a little bit around like my cheek area. And so that's one way I do that. And also there's a way to like brighten the eyes, which is in a different section, I think. So skin lighting and coloring, I work with the eyes here as well. Let me see, hold up, not in here. thought it was here, but this is if you wanted to change the light, like the lighting of your face. So as you can see, as I'm moving it around, it can change the light. I don't use this too often, but it is kind of a cool feature. If you wanted to, maybe add some pop, if you will, make it a bit more dramatic, but I'll take that off. Okay. So like eye bags, you can actually do the left or the right. So you can see around my cheek area how it gets a little lighter, but below my eyes. Work with imperfections, as you can see here, wrinkles, remove shine. See that? Like this is no shine. This is with the shine up, no shine. So I don't really do too much in here. It's usually like around my eyes. And if I click eye down here, I should be able to whiten eyes. So if I take it off, so I did a little bit. Clean eyes, whiten area. So it's not doing too much. And you can enlarge the eyes if you want to, but I don't need to do that. But if in case you wanted to be a bit more, dramatic, you can do that as well. Add a catch light if you want it, but I already have like a couple reflections in there, so it's not a big deal. Okay. And then for my hair, I could actually change the hair color if I wanted. But I'm not doing that. But you can see how it started to look like Bob Ross. But you can see how it automatically knows like where your hair is and whatnot if you wanted to change it. So but I may just increase the okay, I don't want to do the recolor hair. Okay, so let me close that. Auto levels, black, so I can make my hair darker. That's what I'll likely do as well. Okay, so I think this looks pretty good. So this is the original, and this is with a few enhancements. Okay, so original, my hair almost looks gray when he didn't look that bad at first, right? But when I add the enhancement, just making it a bit darker, you can see the difference. Okay, especially around my eye area as well. So if I zoom in, this is off, this is on. Okay, so very simple enhancement. So I'm going to save this really quickly. Save it as a JPEG. Okay. Now, we want to remove the background. So there are a few different ways that you can do that. So I'll start with one of the ways that I've been using for years. It's called Remove.BG. So the first one was called PortraitPro Studio. This is called Remove.BG. And let me check in with y'all real quick. It's confused by my youthful looks. That's why I said I was a child. It usually gets me, man. It usually gets me. Okay, so I'm going to upload the image. Okay. And see, I had the frame, so it was confused by the frame. All right, so it actually removed the frame from around me. That's not a good idea. So let me crop this frame myself. So I'm gonna open this up in Affinity Designer. That's another tool. It's not on the list, but if you're a designer, I recommend PortraitPro Studio. Affinity Designer, but could be overkill if you don't like design for a living. So what I'm gonna do is gonna remove this overlay that I had, and then resave this. So it should work now. Boom. Pretty much flawlessly. And I use this as opposed to Photoshop for this reason, because it just, I don't know if it uses AI or what, but it's just a lot cleaner. Okay. It's relatively inexpensive. But there's also a free option I'm going to show you guys as well. So now I have this in the PNG. Okay. So this is ready for use as a thumbnail. So the next one I'm gonna show you guys is Adobe Express. So Adobe Express, they have a lot of different tools in Adobe Express, and I believe it's free. I don't know. I pay for their, Adobe's monthly subscription for pretty much all the apps. So I don't know if I'm paying for it within that, but there, as you can see, it is free. So I'm not exactly sure which features are premium and which aren't. Well, they are labeled. Um, so let me see here. Start from scratch. Okay, yeah, that's not what I want. I just want to see all the tools. Hold on, y'all. Okay, search everything. As you see, there's text to image, text effects, but this is what I'm going to use right here. Remove background. So if I take this same photo, let's see how it does. Looks like it's taking a while. I will say this, and I don't know if this is related, but it can be a little buggy because I know I was using one of their features. Believe it was convert to SVG, and it just wasn't working right. So I don't know if this just takes a while to upload. Let's try it one more time. Let me actually try this JPEG, even though it has the border around it. Yep. Background move. Yeah. Thanks, Marco. Yeah, you can do that as well. It does a pretty good job, but not as crisp as dang, I wish I had my phone with me. You can actually, I believe you can do it on the Mac as well. So while it's doing that, let's pull this image up. So I press and hold on it. Let me see. Hold on. It's not letting me do it. I know I did it on the Mac before though. I know I did. So what is it? Why is it having me? Okay. In preview, edit. Have you guys done it on the Mac? I know I did. Okay. But yeah, I'll show you guys that. But give me less than 2 minutes, y'all. I'm gonna run and grab my phone because we're gonna try this on the phone, and I want to have this audio prepared for you guys as well. So I'm gonna put the countdown on, but I'll be right back. All right, y'all, I'm back. So it looks like this thing is still uploading, but I do have my phone. So let's try this really quickly. I'm gonna plug my phone in, and I'm gonna airdrop this photo to my phone first. All right. All right. So I'm gonna plug my phone in so you guys can see it. Oh man, that sucks. Will it just let me use it in Ecamm, please? Let me use it. Let me use it. Let me see if I can select it. No, that sucks. All right, guys. I guess we aren't gonna be able to do it yet. Let me try again. So it needs to install some software unless I do it quickly. But if not, we will move on. Well, it's gonna download. We'll take a look at it in a bit. So it looks like this isn't working that quickly, but we'll move on to the next one. So another tool that I use is called Speech Enhance by Adobe. So I'm going to share this audio from my phone to the MacBook. Stuff by a bathroom break. All right, so have this audio here, and let me see if you guys can hear this. Let me know if you guys can hear this audio, okay? System audio. Ecamm Fam, what's good, y'all? I'm Marshall Fox, and in this video, we're talking about the top tools you should be using for your live streams. Could you guys hear that? Okay, great. So now we're going to enhance that audio. So this next tool is, I don't know if it's inside of Adobe Express. Let me see. Enhance audio, but this is a free tool. Nope, I guess it's not in here. So let's do Adobe Enhance Audio. So it's podcast.adobe.com. So I'm going to choose this. Oh, shoot. It's an M4A file. So I don't know if I can convert it. I might have to convert it first, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Darn it, Apple. Let me see. Open with QuickTime. Let me see if I can save it as an MP3 right now. Export as audio only. No. I think I have Audacity. Use Audacity real quick. Apple Music, we can do that? I didn't know you can do that. I didn't know you can do that. Yeah, let's open it in here real quick. File open. Download. Happy Friday. Where are you, Gretchen? Because it's Thursday for us. Well, at least over us in the States. Oh, let me put on my do not disturb. Oh no. All right. It's supposed to be easier than this, guys. I apologize. So, all right. So let me think. So how do you do it through Apple? Select file and then convert. Okay, so let me make sure we can't do that in here first. All right, so let me open it with Apple Music. Okay. So I have it in Apple Music. Okay. So here it is. Or Handbrake. Okay, I do have Handbrake. Yeah, I don't see it. Just renaming it. Let's see. Let's see. If not, look, I do have Handbrake. Handbrake. MP3. All right, let's see. Let's see if that works. It takes a couple minutes. And while it's doing that, let's see if we can connect the phone again. Oh, we got action. Hold on, y'all. All right, so let's download it. All right, let's play them both back to back real quick. So first I'll play the original, then I'll play the enhanced. Ecamm Fam, what's good, y'all? I'm Marshall Fox, and in this video, we're talking about the top tools you should be using for your live streams. Ecamm Fam, what's good, y'all? I'm Marshall Fox, and in this video, we're talking about the top tools you should be using for your live streams. I think it did pretty good. What do y'all think? There was a part where I said tools that seemed like it was a little distorted. But overall, I think it was great. So that's a speech enhancing. It looks like it can do it inside of Apple's voice memos as well. So I haven't tried that, but I will try that at some point. But if you go into voice memos and you have your recording, then let me show you. Let me see if I can add this. Camera overlay. Okay. Oh, there it is. It's trying to do something. Well, it's not working right now, y'all. I will say I have updated my phone to iOS 17 today, literally today, so that may have something to do with it. So we'll try again another time. So that is audio enhance. Yeah, it's really crisp. So I'll just play it one more time for you guys really quick. Starting with the original. Ecamm Fam, what's good, y'all? I'm Marshall Fox, and in this video, we're talking about the top tools you should be using for your live streams. Ecamm Fam, what's good, y'all? I'm Marshall Fox, and in this video, we're talking about the top tools you should be using for your live streams. Yep, so yeah, it works really great, y'all. So if you have like audio that's not the best, then you can absolutely use that to enhance your audio. So let me make sure. One second. So I use my iPad as a teleprompter, but I unplugged it. I try to plug my phone in. I'm trying to get it to come back up. David, what's good, man? Welcome. All right, so let me pull up my next tool. So Pixlr, we'll go ahead and move on from the like removing your background, but another option is Pixlr, is Pixlr. I've never used that one, but I have heard a lot of good things about it. So you can remove the background using this tool as well. Looks like they have a lot of different tools that they offer as well. So this is called Pixlr. So I want to move on so we're not stuck. The next tool is Envato Elements. So you guys know that I love Envato. We won't spend a lot of time on here, but I use this all of the time because like you guys know, I am a designer, but I had so many tools from stock photos to stock video, templates, sound effects, even some music, graphic templates, fonts. I use this on a daily basis, and it even has like lower thirds and things of that nature as well. So for example, if I type in lower thirds, it has LUTs on here. Lower thirds, so it'll be under video templates. So, and you can filter based on what program you use. So if I use Final Cut Pro, I'll select Final Cut Pro and I'll just see what's available. And you can download them. So it's a monthly subscription. I'm not exactly sure how much it is. Have no idea. I think it's $30 a month or something. Let me see. Envato Elements. Pricing. Okay, $16.50 a month. Okay, so that's not bad. They have Teams plans as well, but I think we're on some type of grandfather plan because I've been using this since they literally launched probably 4 or 5 years ago, and so I think we're just grandfathered in on whatever we paid, and I think we just pay once a month. That's why I don't know. I mean, once a year. That's why I don't really know exactly how much. I think it's a couple $100 a year for us, or less maybe. But yeah, I love it. As you can see, these lower thirds that they have on this one, this is just one, and you can download these and bring them into, in this case, Final Cut Pro, and you can use them in your live streams. Apple's voice isolation. Tell us about it. Where can we find it? I did see it in voice memos, but I didn't really. Let me see if I click on this. Right click. I wonder if encode would allow us to change the format. But yeah, where's the voice isolation in here? Let me know, man. I'd love to be able to do that easily. Without having to use a third party if possible. Doesn't work a lot. People too cheap to buy Final Cut Pro. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Um, cool. All right. So that's Envato Elements. You know, you can use it for all different types of things. I use it regularly, like on literally a daily basis. If I need some fonts, even I'm working on branding, logos. You guys have seen me use it time in, time again. Um, oh, it's only in Final Cut Pro. Okay, gotcha. Cool. All right. So next, I want to talk a little bit about where I get music from. So for my videos and just like the countdown music you heard, a lot of people ask me where it's from, and I use Soundstripe. So I'm gonna log in really quickly to Soundstripe and show that to you guys. Okay, so soundstripe.com. So this is the landing page. I know you guys have heard of Epidemic Sound. There are a lot of different um, tools out there, a lot of different services, but I've been using Soundstripe. I don't know, they must have got me with a Facebook ad or Instagram ad, and I signed up, and I've been using it ever since. So they make it really easy, and I like their sounds, like in their music. It's a little different. I mean, I've never really used Epic. I think I did use Epidemic Sound briefly, but I just wanted to be a little different and not have the same sounds that everybody else has. So that's why I signed up for Soundstripe, and I love it. So when you do log in, oh, looks like they have AI music search. Oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to check that out. So the stuff is kind of all over the place, but you can filter it, of course. So if you go to music, they do have video sound effects. I haven't used video or anything like that. I mainly use it for music and some sound effects. But you can filter based off energy, genre, things of that nature. So I usually go for like a lo-fi or like chill type of music. Um, Also have used like cinematic as well. So you can filter it. If you need like a jingle, like a corporate jingle, you can select that. So what I like is you can go through like their top songs, and then you can click on a specific artist. Like if you like a track, you can click on a specific artist and then see what songs that they have. Like New Alchemist is one of my favorites that I use. Stuff is it's just fire. It's very different out of the box. So I won't play any things. I don't want to get any copyright strikes. But the cool thing is, if you did want to download it, you can add it to a project, but you can add your channel on the back end. Let me see where it is. Content ID. So as you can see, I have my channel and Ecamm's channel loaded on the back end, so I won't get any copyright claims. So it's like an instant connection somehow. So they know that, okay, if this music is playing on Ecamm's channel or Marshall's channel, don't hit them with a copyright strike. Okay. You also can add a specific video in here to clear it automatically as well. So yep. So there are also some YouTube channels that you can get copyright free music from as well. So I'm going to just show you a few of them. So this one is called Vlog No Copyright. Okay. So they have a lot of good music here that you can get songs from. And usually I believe they'll have like a download link in the description. Video link. Yep, in the description is where you can download it from. So this is one channel. Another one is called Audio Library. Music for content creators. So you can just go through their different playlists and listen to some of the music. The only thing is with these free services and like free options, you won't get a copyright, but it's a lot more junk to sift through. So just keep that in mind. You get what you pay for, but if you don't have any funds to to sign up for a subscription right now, you can use these as an option. So this one's called HeroBoard. So, and the thing about HeroBoard is that, like you see here, they have compilations that you can kind of click on and then kind of skim through to see what could work for you. I don't know why my teleprompter is not working right. That's annoying. Try that again. Extend display. Hold on, y'all. Gotta get this thing working. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. All right, and another one is called No Copyright Sounds. So this is a good one. Dang, they have 33.5 million subscribers. Goals. And this is another one. It's called Chill Copyright Free Music. Okay. So those are what? One, two, three, four, five. 5 different options. Okay. Alrighty. So we went over overlays before. I'll show you guys this one really quickly. So these are like overlays. You know, I tend to do overlays like manually, but if you want any kind of dynamic overlays, you can use this service called overlays.uno. Shout out to Doc. I think Doc told me about this, but they have different types of overlays that you can create. So let's say if you wanted to do like a lower third and build it in here, you can just paste the link inside of Ecamm under the widget. So I'll show you that real quick. So let's say we wanted to use this lower third. So I'll go here, go to open, and I can edit it here. It says use this output URL as a browser source in OBS, vMix, Ecamm, and more. Drag this icon into OBS, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I'm gonna skip all this stuff. Okay, so control, lower third middle, you can have it on the left or the right. I like it in the middle. So I'll do middle and then go lower third middle. And let's just change it to Marshall Fox. Host, and let's see if we can change the color of it. Let's just go with like an orange. Yeah. So now all I have to do is copy the output URL and then come into Ecamm. Yeah, you can have someone else make the changes as well. Yup. As long as they got internet. So I'm going to show you guys live demo mode. Okay. And now in here, let me change this scene back to this so you guys can see my smiling face. You guys can see my screen, right? Just let me know. Then click this little under the overlays, click this new widget here, and then just paste it in, Command V, and I'm going to keep all that the same, and then I'm going to do add widget overlay. And there it is. I can resize it if I want. Boom. So I can hide it. If I show it, boom. So as you can see, it's really simple. Okay. Extremely simple. So that's Uno's. So let me delete this real quick. All right, cool. So in live demo mode and share my screen again. So this last one's pretty cool, y'all. It's Photoshop. I know not everybody will have Photoshop, but You may have seen some rumblings online about their generative fill feature. It's amazing, and I use it all the time. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a little bit of behind the scenes real quick, y'all. I'm going to show y'all something really cool. So let me hold on. Let me pop in over here. So I was working on some designs for Ecamm for a new workshop. Shout out to Bradley Teaches. Okay. So I was working on the graphics for the upcoming show, and I said, "Hey, you guys have a headshot for Bradley?" They said, "Yeah, we do." So let me download this really quickly so I can show y'all what they sent me. This is gonna be really cool. So they sent me this headshot. Sent me this headshot. I was like, "Okay, cool, thanks." The old me would have been like, "Oh man." Well, what would the old me have said, y'all? Before Photoshop generative fill, I'd have been like, "Oh, of course his hat is cut off and his shirt is cut off. How am I supposed to work with that?" But the new me that uses Photoshop generative fill is like, awesome. So I'm going to show you how this works. I'm going to open this photo up in Photoshop. And this is recently out of beta as of this week, I believe, or last week. But I'm able to add extra that I need to the image. So, so what I'll do is I'll hit crop. This isn't necessarily a tutorial, but just to show you what it can do. And I'm gonna give myself a bit more room here, and I'm gonna select the selection tool and select just a sliver, the entire top of the image, but just a sliver of the top of his hat, right? And then just a sliver of the bottom of his shirt. Probably even a little more, a little less than that. So let me actually remove some of this. Okay, so now I just got the bottom selected and the rest in the top. And I'm going to do generative fill. Just click this button right here. I'm just hit generate. I'm not going to tell it anything else. So this is helpful, y'all, if you're working on thumbnails or any types of graphics, okay? So as you can see, it added the top of his hat and the rest of his shirt. But it's something weird on his hat. I'm like, what is that? But it gives you 3 different options. So I click this one. I'm like, nah, that's not going to work so well. This one, yeah, this could work. But it has all this extra stuff that we don't need. I don't know why I added it this time, but I'll show you what the final product was. And what I would do is if I found one that I liked, I can redo it, of course. But if I found one that I liked, I could export it and then remove the background in one of those apps or just do it on Photoshop. I don't know why it's acting like this now. Let me see if I do it a different way. What will it give me? Because they have the generative expand as well. So I do generative expand. Let me come up first and then down and do generate, see what happens. Oh my goodness. Well, I will show you the final product, y'all. And when I did this the other day. Okay. Not bad, not bad. So one of these could work, right? And I could tweak it as needed. So this likely could work, but as you can see, I would have to bring it back in Photoshop and get rid of the hat. So if I did export this, let's go ahead and export this real quick to show y'all how fast it typically is. Save it as a JPEG. Export, downloads, and then I'll bring it right into Remove.BG. Okay. Boom, download. Did a little something to the logo though that I did notice. If you're not showing it, it may not be a big deal, but I could fix that in Photoshop. So I mean, it did a pretty good job of kind of smoothing the edges here, so that's fine. But if not, I could just erase whatever I don't need, just to make it a bit more smoother up here. But right here, I would fix this because it's not supposed to be like that. So, but you know, I won't really get into all of that. But it's using like the clone stamp tool to just fix this up. This will be really small in the grand scheme of things anyway, but just to make sure it looks as good as possible. And then I would export this. So as you can see what it was before compared to now, like this is what it was before compared to now. And I don't know if you guys have seen the workshop. Let me see, Bradley creates. Bradley teaches, not Bradley creates. Boom. So you can see what we did already. So I added more of his shirt, his hat, and the possibilities are really endless when it comes to the generative fill. So I'm gonna show y'all episode 27. So if I wanted to make more of my background, let's just compare the generative expand and generative fill. In my experience, like these are two different things, but in my experience, the generative fill works a bit better. So let's just do generate. Yes, if you guys hit that like button, I appreciate it. So yeah, like I said, I know this is a bit different. Generated images removed. Please review the guidelines and try again. You think this is an error, request review. I don't have time for that, but sometimes it'll do that because it may think that you're trying to like generate something that's inappropriate. So let me just go up. Generate. Hopefully they'll get better with that. It doesn't happen that often, but it does happen. I've noticed. So as you can see, look, it created more of the office here, and I can select one of three different options. So this is the original, and this is the additional. That's wild. It's like it kind of knew where the shelf should be based off of, I guess, the distance between these other shelves. And they even put something else on the top shelf over here. This bar just keeps going up, which is okay, but this is really cool. Let me see if I can go the opposite direction now. And you can add in things if you want, like add something here, add a shelf. But I typically just hit generate. So yeah, that didn't work so well down here. But let me try generative fill and see what happens. If not, I'll try to like add a prompt and see what it says. This may give me the same thing. Oh. That's funny. It only gave me one variation, which is interesting. Usually it gives you three. But hey, it's better than nothing. So I added like the rest of my shirt, the arm to the chair, my elbow, my right arm. I can't say my right arm, someone's right arm. I'd have a tattoo on my arm. That's funny. The rest of the shelf and the floor. That's approximately where the floor is. That's crazy on both sides, really. So for it to have that type of awareness is crazy. Like you see like the angle of the the wall to the floor. So for it to approximate, okay, based off of where he's sitting, where likely is the floor, right? It's crazy. So if I go out further, you can just go forever and ever. But yeah, it could be helpful, just like in the case that I showed you guys with Bradley, or if you have an image that you just want to expand just a little bit for your thumbnail or what have you, then you could do that. Oh, wow. And I could just keep going, y'all. I could just keep going between generative fill and generative expand. But that's pretty much it, y'all. I wanted to show you guys this, as well as another set of tools, that I use on a regular basis. So, yes, it's not working now. But yeah, this is really cool. So just to recap, pull up my notes. Let me get my main scene back. Okay, so we talked about how removing your background using Remove.BG. Tried to do Adobe Express with that, but it didn't work so well. Adobe Speech Enhance, Envato Elements, Soundstripe, overlays.uno, and then the generative fill, generative expand using Photoshop. Also, this is just a bonus. If you guys need any like stock photos and you don't use Envato Elements, I use Envato Elements when I do need stock photos, but Unsplash is a good one. Unsplash.com. This is pretty much royalty free, and a lot of the stuff is free. You don't even have to sign up for their premium plan. But you could get images for thumbnails, like product photos, 3D renders of different products, and a lot of cool stuff for free. Or you can upgrade and get access to the stuff that says Unsplash Plus. But this is another cool site that you could use as well, just to make your graphics for your live streams. Even if you get like an abstract background like this, tilt it to the side and add your overlays on top of it for your show, or use it as a starting point to create a design language for your show, like something like this, the possibilities are endless, y'all. So I wanted to throw that one out there as well. Yeah, Vecteezy is a good one too. Yep, I use Vecteezy a lot, probably on a weekly basis, a couple times a week. They have royalty-free images as well, but I use them primarily for like vector assets and things like that. If I need like to circle something like something that looks like a hand-drawn circle or like a camp, I use this when I was designing the Creator Camp map next month. Found some assets that were pretty cool, like some trees and stuff for the camp map. So yeah, shout out to Vecteezy as well. All right, y'all. Do y'all have any questions before I get out of here? Eric, thanks for tuning in. Rainy Cajun, thank you. George, thanks again, my brother, for always tuning in. I appreciate you. Cool. If you guys would smash that like button on the way out, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you much for joining us on today's episode of Martial Creates with Ecamm. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace. Appreciate it, Paul. a lot of goodies next month. Design the t-shirts, got the cash, whole bunch of stuff, the lanyards, whole bunch of stuff I got to design. Can't wait, man. Countdown is on. All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace.